Hi, do you know that 90% of all markets are operated by smart money? Learn to think like smart money. Use volume spread analysis. Invest or trade by following the smart money. IVSA chart analytics will 1. Identify exactly when to buy, when to sell, and what to buy and avoid. 2. Maximize profits and minimize risks. And 3. Give trading or investing edge you need now. Try it now. Free trial available.
Alright, welcome to a Friday IVSA chart. Now, it's 8th of May, but remember last week we didn't have it a chance because we are experiencing problem with our IVSA chart, and this week too we apologize for our regular IVSA user. We apologize for that because we having to switch over to a SSL layer, which is a bit more technical in nature. What it means is more secure, better protection for those of you who's logging to the IVSA chart, because that way your data is encrypted so no one can steal it. Because in IVSA we want to ensure that what data that get posted will be protected in here. So there were many questions actually raised in our IVSA paid WhatsApp chat room. Now, one of the reasons we actually set up this is to give you a better service, especially to our IVSA users. Apparently, many of you who is listening now in that, and also things that regularly pops out, the questions that people want to know, and those are the things that I want to address. Is now remember the IVSA chart partly is to address and to get more people into the IVSA chart bandwagon. And for those of you who is not, I highly advise you to think about being a paid subscriber, because there's actually benefit in here, and anything that I conditionally watch in the WhatsApp chat room, question pops out, I will try to answer it in this scheme here to really get things moving up. Because the goal here is actually trading, and we're trying to achieve 5% per month trading, and what we're going to do with a minimum 30 minutes a day max. That's all. That's what one of the questions I did ask today is how much of a time that people spend on it, and we got one answer which is about 15 minutes a day. That's all we want to do, because I know many of you are professional, are busy. Perhaps just want to show of hands, how of you are working full-time? Just type me if you're working full-time. If you're full-time, please type FT. If you're part-time, please type PT. Can you do that for me? So I want to know how many of you listening are really full-time people. Okay, full-time, good. Yes, a lot of you are full-time people, and that's why we created the IVSA chart, just to help you with that, to get you into the right track. Because our bottom line goal is very simple: 30 minutes a day to produce 5% return per month. Is that great or not? How many think that's great? How many think that's not possible? That's our motto here, 5% a month, because we believe one trade from IVSA chart can pay off by itself. So cost is no longer a problem in here, unless you're really looking money too tight, as we call it. A lot of Malaysian people are kind of very tight, because we have many instances with a lot of a user who use IVSA. One trade is already made more than $1,000 or $2,000 return from that. That's enough to pay for the whole week. So I'm just trying to understand, why don't more people use IVSA chart? So what do you think? Those people is not using IVSA chart. Of course, the first question is, they want to know how IVSA works. So one of the things we want to do, we addressed is how IVSA works. We actually created tutorials in IVSA. You can see in here, there's a lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3, lesson 4. I'm sure most of you who have signed up as during our trial as a pro sometime last year, June to now, would have gone through all of this. Of course, all of you who usually come from the traditional, like to analyze things in here. Let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, to really learn IVSA chart, you have to clock in 200 to 400 hours of training and really reading the market. Now, how many of you, as I just asked before, many of you are working professional? How many of you have 200 to 400 hours? How many of you have 200 to 400 hours? If you have, just type yes. If you don't have, just type no. Tell me, how many of you have 200 to 400 hours, right? Okay, how many of you have 200 to 400 hours? Oh, no reply. So everybody's been busy inside here. Any questions? Okay, right. So the whole point we want to highlight in here, okay, Any question? No feedback at all. Right. So how we have the tutorial here. You can watch this. Definitely a stock selection will be the first one to start with. Let's tell you how we pick stocks that actually move higher. And this was actually one of the so one of the things that we want to do is actually to address question that pops out. Look, I need to know to do more of this, and then we actually put it in there. Very short, 5 minutes 5 minutes overview. As a matter of fact, this weekend we are doing a mini workshop at the KL event. It begins on the 10th of May, 2 to 5:30. So if you're around in KL, pop over to a mini workshop, and actually we show you how it works. Because we have found out through our many years of teaching people about IVSA chart, to get through 200 to 400 hours, a lot of people don't have time. A lot of people say want a quick way. So what we are doing now basically is to shortcut the learning curve and get you to start making money first. Don't ask so much questions first, making money first. You understand what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying, please type yes. Else I'm just talking to myself. Okay? Yep, that's right. Thanks. Anybody else? Okay, so that's the whole key point, to get you into making money mode first. Okay, because in our seminar it's the same thing. A lot of people like to attend schools, learn all the theory, learn all the practical before even they make their first cents. In here, we don't do that. We want you to make money. And on top of that, we have the stock market game that we actually have it to use to home into your skill in making that trade. So this is a 50,000 ringgit in here. So do all the trades that you can, right? And make sure you make the mistakes in here. So all you got to do is, one of the challenge we have, and I'm very happy to look at your trade, is if you do a stock market game in here, tell me what is your current worth, how much are you making in here, and then send it to me. I'm more than happy to analyze how you did so far. And then we can also look at the top players who have done so well. We have CW933 still top there, 5.2 million in here. We have Darren Liu here also, 413,000 in here, and there are lots more people make most money. And now remember, you only start with 50,000 ringgit. You only start with 50. I missed the one here, but still 3,400 in here. So you can see a lot of these may trade all kinds of trade, and this is the whole point. You have to make money in here first. Use the stock market game as one of the ways to make your market before really home in to the real. But some of you may choose to look, hey, I don't want to play the game, I want to use real money. You can do so. I'm happy enough, because like it or not, if you don't make money in the stock market game, then it is a problem of two things: the method don't work, or the trader don't work. But in our 10 years experience in market, and now we are achieving 5% per month, we have found it used to be the latter. Means traders are not following the rules to make money, and we want to find out now. We want to help you. We want to help you make money, because if you don't make money, you're going to badmouth the software. But let me tell you that the method works fine. The other day on our IVSA paid chat, I was explaining one of the trades I took was Kenangan, and I went in the morning, I took them how, and it's continued to go higher. So there's not much work to do. You know, once you're in, it's about 7%, 8% in there. You don't have to do much. So those are the things. Now back to the question that I have. People did ask, how does IVS work? It's actually stands for volume spread analysis. You can go to Google in here, and there's a very good book. Chan KS brought it out. Just Google, okay, and you put master the market PDF file, and that's a book by Tom Williams. You can see in here under Trade Guider. You can download it. It's about 153 pages. You can spend maybe 10 hours, 12 hours reading a book, another 200 hours of practicing before getting it. And let me tell you that there's another course which is in town. Professor Hempuden is coming, and they are charging 6,000 ringgit to attend this 2-day course. That is even more. That is almost 3-year subscription of iVSAchart. And guess what? It doesn't even make you money after attending course, because you still need a tool like iVSAchart. So why are you waiting for? So as I said before, you guys should get into the IVSA, start using it to make money. That's the first thing we want you to do. So do I say this makes sense? Do I say this makes sense? Okay, good, Lim. All right, Alan, I know you guys understand, makes sense. Why? Because you are already a subscriber. All right, so that's the whole point. A lot of people want to spend, like, for example, there's one trader I just came across today on the WhatsApp group. He is not an IVSA trader. He preferred to glue to the TV, to the screen, and watch the market and try to learn what's happening day in, day out. He does make money, but he does lose money too. But the problem is the emotions swing up and down. I say that, look, for a small fee staying invested, we can guide you to be more successful. But again, a lot of people are like this, you know, penny wise, pound foolish. So again, I would say the same thing. It's totally up to you. You can read the book, go through 13 or 14 hours, then another 200 hours, while we already have the solution in here for you. It's just the same. Some people like to have instant noodles. Some people like to make the noodle from flour. Okay, but if you just want to have a noodle, I would go for instant because I don't have time. As a question I did ask earlier, many of you are full-time. Okay, so if you make money from full-time, focus part-time on the trading. Now a lot of people also tell me, look, I'm trying to make that extra 10% on my career. That 10% extra on the career may mean a lot more heartache, and like it or not, the company is never going to guarantee you that 10%. But by learning how to trade, learning to use iVSAchart, you can make that 10% a month. As a matter of fact, we are saying 5% a month. If you equal that, that's almost 60% a month. So what are you waiting for? Go out and try. For IVSA trader, please get on and do those trading as we talk about, right, in the IVSA rule in here. Very important. And if you have your portfolio, please snapshot and send it to me. As a matter of fact, most of you never send me anything. I don't know for what reason. I said, please, if you have any problem, send me your portfolio. I want to see how you trade, because it's always boils down to two things. It's either the method is wrong or the trader's not doing the right thing. I have done enough back testing over the last 10 to 15 years to ensure this is right. I'm making the money now, and I want you to do so. So by all means, go ahead and make that kind of money, okay? So it is very important in here. So next question I have in here is how to react when the stock is not doing it. This is basically dealing with personal emotion. Again, another day I'll talk more about it. Basically, you have to follow the rule. A lot of people get very upset if they lose 2, 3. How many of you really get upset if you lose 200 ringgit in the stock market? How many of you get very upset if you lose 200 ringgit in the stock market? Or maybe 1,000 ringgit in the stock market? Please tell me. Okay, you get really upset 200-300 ringgit in the market. Alright. Now remember, the stock market is a place of uncertainty. Remember, it's a place of uncertainty. It is a place of also opportunities. Now remember, if you win 1,000 ringgit, okay, and you lose 600 ringgit, what's the net effect? What is the net effect? The net effect is a positive 400 ringgit. Sometimes the market does this. But instead of getting 400 ringgit, you have to win 1,000 ringgit and maybe give back 600 ringgit. That's how the market works. So that is the first reality all of us have to. You will win more, you will lose less. That's a reality. But the problem is, a lot of people coming to this industry fairly unskilled because I just want to win. 99% of the time, if I win big. That doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's just like going into graduating out from a university and coming out, I want to be the CEO of the company. It doesn't work that way. So deal with it, right? And if you're on a paid IVSA, send me those questions here. I'd like to address it in this IVSA problem. Now the third question that I have is different between investing and trading. Like the example that I have, I think I sent to the IVSA paid group on the SGX trade for what stock was that? Riverstone. Now Riverstone I bought at 75 cents. Today it hit about, I think after 1 year plus, it hit about 1 ringgit 35 cents, which is more than 100% return. And some of our clients we have bought it has done very, very well on the Riverstone trade that they had. Mr. Wong, I believe I did buy some Riverstone for you, but I have to check it too. So you make some money on the SGX trade. So that's the whole point. Trading has a longer perspective. You're taking 6 to 9 months. Whereas, investing has a longer perspective. You're taking something between 9 months to a year. Whereas trading, typically the IVSA trade lasts no more than 3 months. Shorter trades, if it doesn't work, 8 days, 10 days, that's about it. But a lot of people, when they come in, they want to trade. They just want to take profit very quickly within 3 days, but because something that did not happen or the stock did not do as supposed, they end up holding longer. So then it becomes short-term trading become long-term investment. So make sure you don't repeat that method again, that error again. And the last one, least not for least, is profit target setting. Now profit target setting, typically you can set it at 10%, 20%, 30%. Now those who came to our main course, we actually have a specific target practice. Now when we come to IVSA webinar training that we will start very, very soon. Now I've been very busy with the schedule, we're also preparing it. We will do a bit on profit target setting. Okay, now profit target setting, you can set it at 10%, 15%, or you can use on our website. We have here under the so-called portfolio, under the watch list. Okay, I believe we have it here, watch list. Let me go on to the portfolio stocks. Okay, portfolio stocks, we have the PS calculator. Now if you want to know more about the PS calculator, there is a tutorial in here called PS calculator. That's the one you want to watch. I just already done this for risk management. It actually shows you what we actually does in it, and there is what we call a profit target. Now a lot of things that I won't go to the detail of how it done. You can watch the video. It's only 5 minutes long, and best of all, we actually make it easy for your children and for your wife to follow, even for your Filipino mate, so they can learn how to trade. So rather than you going to the course, now everybody can learn. So what we did, we lower the cost of ownership of attending it, so everybody benefit. As a matter of fact, this weekend we have Brian Liu is bringing his nephew to come to this course, and I encourage all of you to bring your relative, loved one to learn about trading, because trading has become very affordable to everybody, and everybody is at the same level of playing field. So this is one way you can put 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%. There's one trade I just did, Mitra, I closed it. I made about 60-70% return on that one. So you can already get into the winner. Now how do you get into the winner? That's one you have to watch the stock selection video, okay, for that one. Okay, I think I've said enough already. What's the next thing I want to talk about? Profit target. Cannot find share to trade. Yeah, there'll be some days you can't find share to trade. But today, let's look at our watch list here. Today we have our watch list. This is Martin's watch list in here. Okay, it's home rates. Okay, that was one I put in the watch list. So you can look at, we have 4 filters. Tawa Pro. There's always something in Tawa Pro in here. Okay. You can see in here, there is, you scroll down, there is close to about 137 things to trade. So there are a lot of works you want to spend, right? But what we did, we summarized to 18-day line change. It's something I've talked about in depth in the video there. You can watch. So there are a lot of things we can sort it out. You can watch the video that I have, stock selection, that actually shows you. So what we did, we take a lot of the hard work and put it onto YouTube, so you can watch it over and over and over again. I know a lot of you want me to hold you, because it is very, very so-called lonely to be trading the stock market, isn't it? So you prefer someone to handhold you, is it? Yes or no? Which is very common. We find that a lot, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, you have to just admit it. Okay, hand holding. Okay, so a lot of people like to be handhold because they say this is not my money, I get very scared. Okay, but yeah, yes, that's true. But remember, if you handhold, you have to pay for a fee, right? You have to pay for, you got to get the trainer to pay you, and there's a fee you pay them. So when people say, oh, someone have to handhold me, have to pay money, I didn't no need, I can do myself. You see, in life there's no such thing as a free lunch. Okay, you either learn to do it yourself. At the end of the day, you have to budget, put in some budget, how much is needed to learn this, and eventually if you can do it, how many of you like to have 5% return per month? Tell me. 5% return a month. Nobody wants it. If I don't see any yes, means you all don't want it, isn't it? All here just to come and look-see only. Don't you want 5% a month? Malaysian all like to look-see. 5% a month, yes, that's more like it. Okay, that's more like it, yeah. Achieving 5% a month, that's the whole goal. Okay, we only have 3% only wants it. Yeah, at least 5%. Okay, yeah. And we're trying to make that consistent, okay, 3 or 4%. What about the rest of the people? Rest of the people are still skeptics, staying far. Hey, maybe this is not right for me. 5% a month cannot be done. People have this kind of thinking because, investing, I can only make 10%. 5% a month, this must be a scam. But a lot of people are achieving also in already a paid user in there. Why not try it? All you gotta do is just subscribe it for 3 months for $500 and you try it out. I have done so, and we want to look at it. We created the games, we create all this again, but then again, it will take time. But a lot of people take time. Some people took 3 years to get to know me before they buy my book. Right? What to do? This Malaysian okay? Unfortunately, people are like that. Okay, let's move on to something else. Okay, so let's not waste time. It's like the same thing saying, if you're on the street, you see a gold bar, what do you do? When you see a gold bar on the street, what do you do? Tell me. Now, what do you do? Most people say, hey, maybe not mine, I better give it to someone else. That's why you're not trained to see things for what it is. So you have to do those things. When you see an opportunity, you have to pick it up. All right? So that's what I've said. There are a lot of stocks in here. Again, you can see a huge stock list in here. And if you don't want to use real money, play the stock market games that we have in here. The stock market game will definitely help you. And once you play that stock market game, if you're not making money, please snapshot send it to me, WhatsApp, email to me. I'm happy more than enough to look at your portfolio and see how you do. Because our campaign is what? Be a better IVSA trader campaign. Now, it's not going to be, it's being a better IVSA trader for you, not me. I'm already an IVSA trader. So ask yourself, are you one? If you're one, do you want to become a better IVSA? Or you're just here, look-see and look-see. Okay, so decide now. So that's all I have to say. Now I want to look at, next thing is the stock submission. How many of you want me to look at any stocks? I know this is everyone's favorite. Can you look at ECS? Anybody want me to look at any stocks? Okay, going once, going twice. How many want to look at how many want to look at any stock? Ah, this one show got people ask me to look at stocks. Okay, Perwaja, let's look at Perwaja, okay? Let's look at our IVSA chart. I know the IVSA chart is not updated, but it's okay, we can take a look at it. Okay, let's look at Perwaja. Okay, Perwaja, have you bought it yet? The question is, have you bought it? What price did you enter? Okay, what price did you enter? Whoever give me this, or not yet enter. Okay, TJ, 20 cents, right? You entered 20 cents. Okay, 20 cents. Again, you know, 20 cents, if you look at it, you put in 8 stop loss, you can put a percentage scale. You got it at 20 cents, probably around, let's switch on to a 1 month time frame. All right, let's switch on a 1 month time frame. And you got it at 20 cents, which is around here. Okay, you can see that. You can see, oh, this is pretty good. You see the marking here? Yeah, I like this, man. I like my programmer, what he did. 20 cents going to 23 cents. Okay, so that's almost a 60% return. So I don't know, you could have taken some profit in here. If you follow ATR stop loss, it's going to be here. So that's a part. Remember, you can take a 10%, 20%. I totally leave it up to you. All right. Okay, next one I want to look at is IFCAMSC. Okay, that's the one. And I'll switch on to probably 3 months. Now, are you in or not for whoever gave me this? Okay, let me just turn off the percentage scale. Are you in this trade? Are you in this trade? All right. Yes. Okay, James, what price did you buy? What price did you buy it? On spring at 150. Oh, here. Oh, yo. Actually, this one not really a trade. This is not a good trade. You can see why I say this is not a good trade. On spring, right? You can see here, below here, this is a red region. You want to be buying when it's green region. You see, when you're buying in green region, because what we have done, we have backtested the system so intensively that if you want to make money, please follow the rule. Okay, now you got uptrust in here. The best you could do is a stop loss at 149 in here. If the uptrust is going to break lower to here, you got to get out. Okay, and again, going back to the question, you think this is going to be like another ECS, going to be another reverse zone? I totally leave it up to you. But if you're on purely trading, there were no trade because you were on a red zone in here. So a lot of time people make mistake. It's because they didn't look at the chart. Now red here means it's bearish, green here means it's bullish. That's how you do. When you want to trade, follow the stock selection. Make sure the rules here are green. Okay, so I hope I helped you. Next one on here was what was that? Farlim. Okay. Okay, Farlim, you got a lot of tests. That's a nice one in here. Well, you still haven't been stopped up yet. It's still sort of moving sideways. Now remember, a lot of trade, it takes time. Let me just show you one trade that I did. I got out. Look at Mitra. Okay. Right. You have to be a bit. It will take some time. Now, going back to 6 months. Let me show you this. Maybe I'll show you 3 months one. Should be fine. Okay. I went in 6 months. Let's look back at 6 months here. I went in 104. It can move sideways for a long time. Okay. Let me show you this. Right. This is a trade. Typically very good. This is what I call the model trade. Model answer. I went in about 105 around here. Can you see the price here? 105. It started to move sideways here. When it broke through, you see here the range is still green, right? And this is something that we teach you. So in green, I went in 105, it take like 5 or 6 days, broke higher, ATR, look at the ATR, look at the ATR, and finally I got stop out here at 179. And remember, once the red region out here, if I have in the trade, I'll do it. But if I'm not in yet, I won't do a trade. I know a lot of people did Mitra trade because they saw a 2-bar reversal in here. But remember, when the 2-bar reversal, you still have a line change before you go higher, correct? You're just buying it early. Wait for the line change first lah. Okay. Let's look at the next one that we have here. Someone did ask me something. What are the other charts? Okay. IFCA and Mitra. Okay, and let's look at another stock. This is good. I like this. This is very, very progressive. Again, you have to use the chart. Okay, use the chart. Few indicator. That's all. The green, the line change, the VSA. That's all you need to do. There's not much of 200 hours. You don't even need to put 200 or 300 hours anymore. It's so simple. We have made things so simple that you become lazy. It becomes so simple that you can actually outsource it to your children, to your wife to actually do this trading. That's the whole point. I have another question in there. Hey, I got into iVSAchart. Where is the basic of charting? Look, you go to YouTube. Okay, let me show you YouTube and type charting. Okay, stock charting. Stock charting. And there are thousands and thousands of chart reading, the thousands and thousands of YouTube for you here to listen, to read. But I don't want to cover them, because if I do have to cover them, I have to recreate them and create a course and probably charge you a few thousand ringgit. So you probably ask, hey, why am I attending Martin's course to teach me basic on charting where I can get it from YouTube for free? You see the point? So these are the lessons we have learned. So sometimes we actually duplicate it and end up with only 2 or 3 people coming. For example, in Penang also same. They asked me to go up to do the main course. But when I go up, they see the price. Wow, so expensive. You see, people are like that. So at the end, we want to bring the cost down to whatever we're having, the lowest cost you can get, and yet you're able to make money, because we already figured these things out. Look, there's another one free course here again, right? There are a lot of these free courses, but it doesn't have volume spread analysis. If you type volume spread analysis, right, it teaches you all kinds of stuff, you know, on especially VSA, on all this, right? Yeah, but it's not easy to read all that because it doesn't have the indicator built in. It doesn't have a system that goes with it. So that's why we have figured this thing out and able to make money. So I hope what I say this makes sense. What are the green and horizontal bar called? Bullish region, bearish region. That's all. It's so simple. Bullish region, bearish region. That's it. Okay. Let me just show you this. Okay. And one of the things you can do, look at this. This started in January 2nd, right? And it goes on to March. So it's almost 3 months of bullish. You might get 3 months of bearish. So wait for this to turn green, right? Like we have in here, and it might just go higher. Okay. Okay, one last stock, and before we take it for away, and I need to go for my dinner. I'm sure all of you did. And we are having, remember, we are doing our mini course. So if you're in KL, call Zach up and let him know. Or if you're a paid user, tell them, bring your friends, ladies and gentlemen, bring your colleague, let them benefit, because it is so simple. First time, even someone with minimum education. To be frank with you, the less intelligent you are, the better you can make money with it, because you don't question. The problem is a lot of smart people out there. I know a lot of you are very smart, very, very intelligent, very successful in your career, but you still need to question. The question, don't have to question. We have built in all the success in there. All right, James, are you a IVSA trader? I think you are, right, James? You are IVSA user, isn't it? I believe you are. So some of those things we want to cover now. Yes, good. Thanks for your support, James. Hope you benefited. All right. So with that, one last question. KLCI. Oh, Ali. KLCI. Yeah, we can use KLCI. In fact, I have this one, but I don't think sometimes it's well updated. We're getting new data in here. Okay, let's see if we can get this or not. Okay. Yeah, you can see KLCI, you already have spring, and you notice here, you see this? Yeah. There was an error here, that's why we don't really want to use it. It broke through the ATR stop loss, so 1840 should be out, and you got sell off. So what does it tell you? Pure simple effect, right? Downtrend from here. So you have to make it to go upwards. What do you have to wait? Wait until it turn green first lah. And remember, well, if this thing broke through the ATR stop loss, like you did here, you see this? It has to go below it. So it'll be a while before you go below. Okay, I suppose that's the market is. So that's why I'm, you know, if you look away, it has in here. Ali, are you a IVSA user? You can buy on a test on the spring, but the problem is you need to have background behind it, and you need to have this what we call green region, because what we have done, we have built in the system. It is a trading method, because if you do on that, the likelihood of it to be successful is very minimum, unless you just do a very short-term trade, 2-bar reversal and then take a few points up. But we have found out, and through our back testing the last 10-15 years, we want to make that big major move. Don't you want to make a 60% return, a 50-60% with minimum cost? Because we have found if you trade in and out, yes, you'll be more, but in the long run you will lose money. Okay, so Ali, I hope to see you to be an IVSA trader. If not, think about it. Okay, it's not going to cost you. Still want to talk to me? No need to talk to me, Ali. You just subscribe it and we'll talk over on WhatsApp. Again, old school thinking. I must check this, check that one, check this one before you do. No need one. Just get into it. Talk to me on WhatsApp, okay? Because I cannot talk to everybody. Besides, I got client to manage. Some of them are big account holder. As a matter of fact, few of them are asking me, because I'm managing a couple of million for them, for 1 or 2 clients. They're saying, why are you spending so much time with all these fellas who don't pay you money? You see my point? So there's actually a dilemma. So sometimes I said, no. Some of these fellas pay me money, so I have to support them. Okay? So support me as I support all of you. Alright? With that, I end our IVSA Friday chart cleaning. I'll see you this Sunday on our mini workshop at 2 o'clock. Bye bye.